The touch of our innocence is fading. No answers for questions we keep evading. Before the sun went on, we can point the blame, but it doesn't matter. It ended before it begun. Now we run. The shadow lingers on. We feel the devil stare, but we move on like we don't care. 'Cause inside this house of glass, we're throwing stones and we just pray for it to last. We're standing as one, but we're divided. Our days pass us by, but they're spent misguided. We must decide on our own if the story should end or go on. We feel the devil stare, but we move on like we don't care. 'Cause inside this house of glass, we're throwing stones and we just pray it lasts. We feel the devil stare, but we move on like we don't care. 'Cause inside this house of glass, we throw stones and we just pray it lasts. Somewhere deep inside finds the reasons unified. Raise your head, stay strong. It's now or never.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Italian Messiah. So, I just want to say thank you to you guys for getting me to 50,000 subscribers. It might not seem like a lot to some people, but to me, it really means a lot. And so to everyone that's, pressed the subscribe button, to everyone that supported me in my journey, I just really want to say thank you to you, and you guys are the reason why I'm here now. And so in today's video, I just thought I'd run you through my journey as both, a YouTuber and my fitness journey. And I hope that by hearing it, some of you could be inspired by it and go out there and, pursue your passions and maybe even start one of your own YouTube channels. So, if we start at the beginning, my first, passion for fitness started, as I've said in a couple of videos already, when me and my dad were clearing out the loft and I found his bodybuilding magazines from the 90s and I saw the guys, Dorian Yates, Kevin Levrone, and I really liked how they looked. So I guess that sparked the initial seed in me for bodybuilding, but I didn't know it at the time. And then growing up, my two best sports were gymnastics and basketball. And gymnastics, I remember my gymnastics teachers, calling me muscle man, and I guess I had like decently good genetics because you can see like a bit of muscle in me or something like that. But I just remember her saying that to me and me feeling gassed at the time because I think most young boys want to be big and strong and things like that. So I guess that was like another seed that was sown from a young age. And then growing up, my first exposure to YouTube fitness was when I was about 10 years old, and this was guys like Mike Chang, guys like Brandon Carter, and I would copy some of their workouts, do that at home. I had like a little 5 kilo dumbbell that I would use, and I never got sucked into Mike Chang's towel rows though. At 10 years old, I could still see that was a dumb exercise, but other than that, I was interested in the YouTube fitness scene from a really young age, but again, I had no idea that is where my life would take me. And then as I got older, and when I got old enough for a gym membership, I started to see that I was a bit stronger than my friends that I would go to the gym with. When I was 14, I was deadlifting 3 plates, 140 kilos for reps. When I was 15, I was doing 160 kilos for 8 reps. So I could see that I was kind of strong. And then when I was 14, I had this hairstyle, this curly hair, hairstyle, and a lot of guys would always ask me, "Oh, Nathaniel, how do you do your hair? How do you do your hair?" So I decided to make a YouTube video, and people liked the video, and then I continued making more videos. Some of the videos did really well, and you know, I thought it was what my channel was going to be about, you know, hair videos and stuff like that. I watched YouTubers like Christian, Adam G, other guys like that also did hair stuff, and that was just what my channel was at the time, you know, making hair videos, you know, hair tutorials and stuff like that. And then once I started taking the gym seriously, I made one gym video, my 14-year-old workout. That video did really well. It didn't do amazing at the time, but for some reason after that it's continued to get views, and I think now it's on over 300,000 views. Then I eventually cut my hair off and just, you know, took my channel away from doing hair, but I wasn't really properly doing fitness. I was kind of doing, you know, odd videos here and there. I wasn't really taking YouTube too seriously. This was when I was about 15 years old. And then in year 11, my mom said to me, okay, Nathaniel, it's year 11 now, you need to sit down and you need to focus. You can only pick either the gym or basketball, because before this I was focusing on basketball, and I was pretty good at basketball actually when I was, you know, up until the age of like 14, 15, and when I was focusing on basketball seriously. And I'd played basketball pretty much my whole life, and I'd gotten to, you know, a decently good level at it, but I never saw a proper future in basketball just for some reason. Sorry, the sun is going away now, but yeah, I never saw a proper future in basketball, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go for the gym. I'm gonna try it with the gym. So, and looking back, that was probably the best decision I've made in my life, because that year 11, I, you know, continued with the gym. I wasn't training that frequently. I could only train 2 days a week, but I would train 2 days a week full body, and that gave me time to focus on my exams. And that was a big thing, because that is what actually, you know, blew my channel up. So in year 11, just to run you through if you don't already know, in the UK we have this exam system, this grading system from 1 to 9. You do exams at the end of year 11, which is at the age of like 16 for most people, and you have like, you do, you know, your maths, English, science, history, French, stuff like that, and you get a grade from level 1 to level 9. Level 1 being a U, and level 9 being above an A star, so it's often referred to as an A star, and it's, you know, quite rare for people to get a grade 9, let alone all 9s. But I didn't know at the time I was going to get all 9s, so I started with, you know, doing my exams and things like that. And then when exam results time comes around, and just before that, my friend Gordon said to me that he was going to try and get all 9s. So at the time, I didn't think getting all 9s. It wasn't that I didn't think getting all 9s was possible. I just didn't have it as a goal for myself. I wasn't an all 9 student. In year 10, I was getting, you know, some 6s, some 7s, some 8s, and I was always really good at history, so I always got a 9 in history. But other than that, you know, English was like a 6. Other subjects were just not doing as well. They got better towards the end of the year, but halfway through year 10, it wasn't looking amazing, considering I'd been, you know, a higher achiever throughout the rest of my life. In year 10, it wasn't going as well as you would have thought it would. So then I do my exams in year 11, and then exam results day comes around, and I got all 9s, and I was completely shocked. I had no idea that was going to happen. I knew when I was doing my exams that I found them relatively easy, and, you know, easier than most people. When I would come out the exam, you know, you talk to people, how was the exam? People were like, oh, it was terrible, and I thought, oh, our exam was actually decent. And again, for people who don't really know or understand the significance, getting all 9s is something that I think about 800 children in the United Kingdom are able to do, you know, each year. It's about 800. So when I made the video about that, it went decently, you know, viral, I guess you could say. It's got 400,000 views, which is the most that my channel's ever got, and I'm not an enormous channel, but yeah, 400,000 views for me, that's pretty good. And then from there, you can just see a trend in my channel, of my channel just consistently getting more and more views. And then from, you know, year 12, now I can start deadlifting again, because my best lift was my deadlift, but I couldn't deadlift in year 11 because I got injured. I injured my intercostal muscles. So going into year 12 now, the week before I started year 12, I could finally deadlift again. And the first time I deadlifted, in 7 months, I actually did 200 kilos. So obviously I was pretty happy about that. So after that, I pretty much just wanted to max out as much deadlift strength as I possibly could. So another video that did really well after that was my first day of sixth form. But if you go back and watch that first day of sixth form video, that video pretty much, you know, summarizes what my whole channel was about. And I didn't even know at the time what my channel, what my niche would be, what my USP would be, would be balancing the gym and studying, and you know, excelling in both of them, and trying to push people to do their absolute best in both of them, you know, not just making physical gains but making brain gains at the same time. So I guess that became my USP, that became my niche that, you know, no one else in the fitness industry was really doing. No one else in the fitness industry was really, you know, pushing people to do well in their exams as well, and showing their school stuff, and you know, vlogging in sixth form. That was something that just people weren't doing, and for some reason I just started doing it. I think it was inspirations of guys like David Lade, who were also like doing vlogging in high school, and then I guess that just inspired me to do it, because not a lot of guys were doing it in the UK. And then just before my 17th birthday, when I was 16 years old, I did a 260 kilo deadlift, and this kind of boosted me up a bit, you know, gave me a bit more notoriety, because at the time it was an unofficial British under 16 and under 18s record. Obviously it wasn't in a competition, but in competition no one had done heavier than that. So my whole, you know, thing became, you know, he's this guy that, you know, does really well in exams and deadlifts a lot of weight. So that is what I essentially became known for, and I think that's what essentially made me unique. And how both of those things, you know, came about was not necessarily in a deliberate way. I just had a passion for doing well in school, and a passion for, you know, being strong, being, you know, getting big, gaining muscle and things like that. And both of those things kind of came together and gave me a unique channel. And the whole thing about your channel is an extension of you, and the main thing in terms of excelling in YouTube, whatever, is just about being unique. And if you find everyone's got unique things about their personality, there's no one better at being you than you. So if you market that, if you push that, then you can have a successful channel, because there's always going to be something unique about you. So I guess my unique thing was, you know, primarily the deadlift strength, and you know, my exam results and things like that. So I think that is what's gotten me to where I am today, because it's kind of put me in like a weird position, both in the fitness industry and like, I know, the education niche, because I've kind of got a foot in both of them. But what I'm more trying to do is just inspire people to both excel themselves in the gym, and also, you know, do as well as they can in their schoolwork at the same time. So essentially that's what got my channel to where it is today. That's what my channel essentially turned into, and the way that came about wasn't deliberate. It just came about. So it's funny when I look back on it now, all the things that my channel's become about today all kind of started when I was younger, and I had no idea that they get me here today. But again, I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for making it possible for me to get here, and we're nowhere near done. I've still got so much that I want to do, so much that I want to achieve. And yeah, I just really hope that you guys can follow me on this journey. I hope that I can inspire some of you, and I hope that, you know, you can take inspiration from me and start with following your own passions and inspiring other people to do the same. So I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you know, there's gonna be more fitness videos coming in the future. And yeah, keep pushing to be better, to do better, and yeah, see you guys in a bit.